Islamic government will hit a brick wall. I don't think that the Libyans will ever agree to have a religious government in Libya, and the indication was obvious in the last elections. They had a liberal president, and that was a free elections, by the way. So I think it will be very difficult for anybody to perform elections before a year and a half or 2 years, actually. So Libya will take some time. Libya is a very large country, tribal, but there is a role for Egypt to play, because we had very close ties with Libya for a very long time. We know Libya better than anybody else. We have our friends over there, but again, the West will be very careful not to allow Egypt to get involved, because the rich oil areas are very close to the Egyptian borders, and the West will never risk allowing Egypt to get involved, which has been scared that these oil fields might fall in the Egyptian hands. I think it's a very heavy situation, but this is, it's eminent. We're going to have to protect our borders, and we will have to look for friends inside Libya to support us, like General Haftar, and I think we have to also to coordinate with Algeria to have the western borders of Libya under the supervision of the Algerians. Also, the French have about 30,000 soldiers. They have a lot of troops in the southern desert. We're going to have to coordinate with all our friends in order to control what's happening in Libya. But it will take some time, because Colonel Gaddafi used to stack a lot of armament, and the people in Libya are old. They are very well equipped, and it's going to take some time.
Yes, Engineer Hassan Shaban, Vice President of the Left Party, thank you very much for being with us over the phone. Back to you and your comments.
Yes. With respect to the Libyan crisis, it is a very complicated, very complicated, but we must deal with it with wisdom, because we see before that the foreign ministries of the Arab countries make a conference at July and failed. Also the conference of the neighbor countries around the Libya, Egypt and Sudan and Tunis, and also failed at 4 December, the last December. And also the political solution in Egypt is not enough. Why? Because the main backbone of the Libyan crisis are the tribes. If you if you don't deal good with the tribes, you will not solve Libyan problem. But how to solve with these Libyan tribes? It will not be in one direction. The security must be go ahead with Haftar with the tribes' benefits.
You mean here that there have to be a kind of coordination between the forces of Haftar and the authorities, as well as that goes in parallel with the interests of the tribes.
And the only country know the relation between the interact relations between the tribes, Egypt and Italy.
Yes.
So we must put that in our mind. If you want to solve the Libyan crisis, you must put these two items on the table. Second, or third, the NATO, when the spring revolutions, Arab revolution started, NATO go thoroughly at Libya only. Why? Because Libya is have a lot of oils, and its geographic site is very nice. It not need the oil from Libya will be more cheaper than from Nigeria or from any other, because it does not have a barrage or a canal from it to Mediterranean Sea and to Europe directly, or to America directly. So you see that all the NATO come to Libya. Solve also, we must put the benefits of this third one. So this three one, who can control? It seems from my point of view, Egypt, first of all. Second, Italy.
Yes.
Third, France.
Yes.
If these three countries have a decision to solve the problem and the ability and the capability, they can capable to solve this problem.
Particularly France, because it has its weight and power.
Yes.
The Guardian. And ironically, about as Muslims don't let Daesh hijack your religion and identity.
Yes.
And he said Daesh does not speak for you, and we are not at war with Islam, declares U.S. President at Counter-Extremism Summit. Yes, the United States has wrote about a conference against terrorism, and President Obama's speech in front of the conference highlighted or warned Muslims living in the United States that Daesh would hijack the identity of Islam. And I'm saying ironically because if he say that and he acts in the United Nations Security Council in another way, then it makes me wonder, and I guess many people would wonder what kind of vision is this, or how he viewed the situation, or what exactly, what could be a response?
The response I see on your picture now, and most of us, we know that the big controversy Middle East project based upon three theories and four tools. This theory, first of all, Francisco Cañona speech is that the enemy of the 21st century is Islam. Yes, and he announced it for all the world. When they studied Islam state or Islam situation, they find two main branches. The popular Islam, and this popular have four branches also. The Brotherhood organization, and this Brotherhood organization, from it all the organization started from. Second, Salafi. Third, Shia. Fourth, Sufia. Yes. He started with the Brotherhood and failed the Brotherhood, so he come to the second step, which is Salafi jihadist, that is Daesh. After he finished from Daesh, he will go to the very important, and aware from this, the Sunni-Shi'i conflict. This is a very, very dangerous.
That is, if the United States did not already do this step, or carry out with this step. I mean that the United States is going on with its talks with Iran at the same time while it is calling for
Daesh,
a dialogue in Libya, for instance, and within all, it is leading a war against extremism. So I would really wonder what is exactly the United States position.
United States is have a very big dream. They said that the 21st century will be the century of America, great America. And Brzezinski said that it will be the biggest, first and end powerful country in the history.
Yes.
So that is the conflict between the policy at the United Nations and the planning upon the land.
Fortunately, our time is up. I have to end it here. General Sayyid Algabri, head of the Egyptian Strategic and Political Center, we thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dear viewers, many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the French transmission taking over after this program.